Okay, analysis the most appropriate foreign exchange for the company. Developing new business and managing operating in China require an in-depth knowledge of business practices and conditions. The most important is we should know and apply the most popular strategy tools of SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. This analysis is to plan location decisions in mainland China. In this context, notably, comprehensive factors and issues with the important influence on plan location decisions are going to be examined along with the gradually scale of China using foreign capitals. The effect of foreign capital on China economy and socials tend to be more significant. Adjust the developed strategy of opening using improve the level of managing foreign investment affair and help to conclude experience and lesson from experimenting units and later developing offering reference for areas using foreign capital. Foreign capital have a significant effect on GDP. In sense, it proves that foreign capital exert positive effect on national economic growth. So, as discussed, the most appropriate foreign exchange for the company, we should know that foreign capitals are endowed with the foreign investor pursuit which will inevitably be restricted by foreign investor, market planning, and global strategy. For the example, for the sake of interest, a transnational company usually allocated a large of capital or reduce the production and export of the child company in one country and increase the production and export of child company in other country, distributing the market supply on the whole of the country. Therefore, as we introduce foreign capital, we should pay more attention to the effect of foreign capital on China economic growth. Meanwhile, as for the foreign capital entering China markets, we should grasp the opportunity and develop national economy rational and fast. Okay, it's introduced the possibility of the greater flexibility in the relationship between Chinese currency and the main currency of the world company. This measure resulted from the strong external pressures. For example, for example, I take for United States and European Union company. Both of these countries are arguing that the maintenance of a fixed and artificial undervalued exchange rate. So actually, a very low exchange rate benefit only for the production of a low cost product lah. So there is a factor policymaker to take a greater control of exchange rate needs for increasing the export capacities. Of the country and desire to maintain an internal and regional macroeconomic stability and to avoid inflationary pressures and the desire to promote gradually adjustment of industrial structure. There's the main thing for appropriate foreign exchange for the company. Okay.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Putri Adila bin Abdul Karim. Okay, the disclosure requirement of the foreign exchange is what we like to highlight certain matters relating to foreign exchange bank and precious metal markets. This document set out our standard business practices and terms and conditions of dealing with our foreign exchange and precious metals customer and establishes the basis on which we can provide our customers with pricing and execution of their trade requests. Okay, next, the principal issues in accounting for foreign transactions and foreign operation is to decide which exchange rate to use and how to recognize the financial statement, the financial effect of the charges in the exchange rate. Okay, what we like to highlight is that what I understand is the disclosure requirement of the foreign exchange is which is what document that we need to that we as a MNC in China would like to expand our business to another country. So that is the exchange rate is the important.
Number 4 is acts governing the foreign exchange. So the answer is Malaysia has a system of exchange control measure aimed at monitoring the settlement of foreign currency payments and receipts, as well as encouraging the use of the country financial resources for productive purpose in Malaysia. The Exchange Control Act 1953 is the main legislation governing dealings and transaction of foreign currency, whilst the Exchange Control Notice issued by the Central Bank of Malaysia, Bank Negara Malaysia, BNN, modernize the general permission and direction of the controller of foreign exchange, the controller. Appendix Foreign Exchange rules applicable to resident. Investment in foreign currency asset. Residents are free to undertake any amount of investment in foreign currency assets offered in Malaysia by residents. Investment abroad. Residents are free to undertake investment abroad using foreign currency fund sourced from abroad. Residents without domestic ringgit borrowing are free to invest abroad. Residents are domestic ringgit borrowing who are converting ringgit into foreign currency are free to invest abroad. Up to 50 million equivalent in aggregate for the group of resident entities with parent subsidiary relationship per calendar year, and up to 1 million equivalent per calendar year in aggregate for resident individual. Residents are free to undertake direct investment abroad using proceeds from foreign currency borrowing obtained from licensed onshore banks or licensed international Islamic bank. Investment abroad through intermediaries, resident units, trust company, closed-end funds entities offering collective investment scheme, and fund managers and resident insurers are allowed to invest abroad on behalf of their resident and non-resident clients as follow: up to 100% of net asset value or total funds belonging to resident clients with domestic ringgit borrowing, non-resident clients, and Sharia compliance fund, up to 50 of NAV, net asset value, or total funds belonging to their resident clients with domestic ringgit borrowing. Lesson takaful, operators are allowed to undertake investment abroad up to 100% of the net asset value or ringgit or foreign currency dominated investment linked fund belonging to their client. Borrowing onshore and offshore. Borrowing in foreign currency. Resident entities are free to obtain any amount of foreign currency borrowing from licensed onshore banks. A resident or non-resident entities within its group of entities, resident or non-resident direct shareholders, and another resident through the issuance of foreign currency debt security. A prudential limit of 100 million equivalent in aggregate is applicable to borrowing by resident entities from non-resident financial institutions and other non-resident which are not part of its group of entities. And foreign currency borrowing by resident individuals from licensed onshore banks and non-resident other than immediate family members is subject to an aggregate limit of 10 million equivalent. Buying and selling of currency. Buying or selling of ringgit, residents are free to buy or sell ringgits against foreign currency with a licensed onshore bank, excluding International Islamic Bank, on spot or forward basis for current and financial account transaction, either on firm commitment or anticipatory basis. Buying or selling of foreign currency, residents are free to buy or sell foreign currency against another foreign currency with a licensed onshore bank.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. To my lecturer, Dr. Faiza, I'm Nur Hazika binti Cik Husin. And today I would like to present for you about number 4, the listing process in the foreign exchange. Okay, as we all know, if we are based in China or in Malaysia, we want to fund future expansion throughout from different company. We have to follow the international requirement of the foreign exchange. Therefore, I give you an example of we want to expand our fund into the Hong Kong exchange. So, the first thing that we have to list in order to expand our fund in future, so we have to decide to list on Hong Kong exchange, which Hong Kong exchange market, and after that they have to appoint a sponsor and other professional advisors, so that in future we have a recommendation, we have an advice. So after we decide to appoint who is going to be our sponsor and our professional advisor, we have to restructuring our process. We have to prepare of accountants, reports and drafting the prospectus, everything. So after we have drafting all that, we have to submit the listing of application and all the related document to the listing division of Hong Kong Exchange Market. So, do you still remember that we have appointed a sponsor and other professional advisor just now? So, they have to review the listing, all the listing application, and of course, by the listing division also. After the review, they will give the recommendation and everything, every advice that we needed. Okay, after that, we hear all the listing, our application hearing by all the listing committee, and in order after we got we make a correction, after we got a recommendation from our sponsor and a professional advisor, then our listing committee will hear and they will give us the approval. Hopefully, by all our hard works throughout the process, the listing process, we hope to get the approval instead of rejection. Okay, the most important is after we get all the listing approval, so we have to promote our listing. We have to do some roadshow to promote to investor, to a lot of investors before trading commences. So finally, and after all our hard works of doing the listing to fund future expansion in Hong Kong market, so we can see now, we can conclude now that is that we are now successful listing in Hong Kong markets. So all my presentation is about the listing process in the foreign exchange. So that's all for now. Thanks and selamat hari raya. Bye.